Vegeta or Vegito Black, you know, things like that. I'm sorry, Goku Black.
Alrighty, so it looks like it's Rima, actually. If I recall correctly, that's what the Japanese T.Link.
I was gonna say I think he is one of the Link mains.
Yeah.
And T.Link main specifically at that.
Yeah, so we got the Link and the T.Link. Izaw does play Roy as well, but I've seen him mostly go the Link. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I believe Rima currently probably the best T.Link that we have active so far.
Yes,
Zan
definitely one of those T.Links as well. But I know
he's probably not.
Yeah, he probably was like, he's probably looking at this video like, oh, come on, you guys are talking about. It's like, I'm done with T.Link. Come on, dude.
Yeah, he will never be done with T.Link until that profile picture is not T.Link anymore.
That is true. That is very true.
That's my opinion. That's my honest opinion.
Shout out to Zan, man.
Yeah, here we go. Also, just a quick shout out. I love all the fonts here. Like, just very alluded to the Zelda fonts that you see so much in the games. Very happy to see that. All right, projectile battle. This is how we're gonna go about it today.
It is one of those battles of wars of attrition where you have to toss out your projectiles. One of those things, though, that I feel is that T.Link gets a lot of mileage around the bomb play for sure. And I feel that T.Link loves to play around the bomb the way I've seen Zan play. You know, I have to call him out on how he plays. Look at that nice, easy percent right there. 2 quick updates to an upper.
Yep.
Love that play from Rima.
T.Link definitely has a very versatile combo game, especially with the bomb returns. However, Link, just a very heavy hitter, can knock you out like a truck, so you got to be careful for that as well. And I think there's something that's going to be interesting when we're playing this projectile game, is that both of you two are going to be looking at each other and thinking, okay, what's the defensive option going to be here?
Right.
And let's see if I can conduce them into doing something and then be able to follow up with something big, just like that.
Incredible, dude.
One bomb into the up.
Oh, what a catch by Izaw. Not going to have any of the rest of those bomb plays. He definitely understood the fact that Izaw was going to let go of the shield, went for that forward air. I feel that when we come down to this war of attrition, that shield play also comes in fact. How do you force your opponent to get off that shield? That is one of those things that we see around from T.Link as well, and also regular Link.
All right. Let's see what Rima tries to do, just keeping his space. Ooh, try to go for some kind of cross-up and kept Izaw's shield. I'm sure he's going to keep that in the back of his mind for right now.
Oh, looking to get that. He didn't connect all the strong hits. I'm sorry, all the hits above B. And definitely would have turned Rima around the stage, allowing Izaw to have most of the stage back to himself.
Yeah, I want to wonder though if because Rima looked like he knew what was happening there, he was trying to avoid him as much as possible. Was that maybe an STI downward, trying to get out of that spin attack, or if it was just unlucky from Izaw, but just catching him with that dash attack, able to take out that next stock. 73% though, but this is Link we're talking about.
Exactly. I mean, you never want to suit on Link. His dash attack has tremendous amount of damage. You can definitely follow up with a nair from the edge. At certain percent, so you also want to keep aware, like, you know what, even though my opponent is down that dash attack, if he manages to actually land it on me, it will deal some damage. It is a key opportunity for your opponent to actually be aware of what can I do to come back, because Link is definitely a hard hitter, especially with rage and play in the game.
And of course we see the different projectiles are clanking with each other, arrows not being too useful. Here we go, bomb toss into the forward air. Let's see what he does at the ledge. Great tech coming out and throws out the bomb of his own just to make sure he can make it back without Rima there to interrupt his ledge play.
Alright, Izaw pulling another bomb, trying to find an opportunity to actually get in on Rima, holding onto the shield. I like this defensive play from here. He knows Rima is looking for an opportunity. I have to hold my shield just a little longer because the last time I let go of my shield a little too early, Rima went away with that stock. Coming with more projectile play. Definitely is trying to be a little extra cautious here. He does see his percent. He's on the cusp of a possible comeback. We can actually continue to hold on to this rage. This bomb plays are actually coming up very strong, and finally Rima able to force out the situation from a bomb to an up air. Izaw had to be at that place at the wrong time, man. Unfortunate.
Yeah, so Izaw, I mean, it looked like he was starting to get a hold of that match on the second stock. Because the first stock definitely looked like Rima had pretty solid control all throughout. So let's see if Izaw can try and make some adjustments happen or if he's going to get blown out on the second game. But I have hope. That's kind of funny how the cameras are positioned. The fist bump
right range.
Where the blue bar is. Going to Battlefield.
Actually, I have to give a quick shout out to our production, man. We have already set up pretty much for Hyrule Soccer tomorrow. So we have 2 monitors side by side with each other. It's amazing to have that, you know. Each player have their own monitor that way. Allows for a little more focus. Yeah. We don't get to have Con, K9, you know, situations we've had several episodes ago.
Yeah, I love what Rima likes to do with his aerials. That's something that I think a lot of players can learn to do, is that sometimes you can mix up just off of one move, and the big thing here is a game of timing. So like if you're going to do, let's say, a full hop and then landing fair or like jump fair, like you got a lot of different timing mix-ups that can force your opponent to get scared to drop shields.
Right.
And we're seeing that happen with Rima. He was able to catch him into dropping shield earlier, now he's going for some of the more faster options now that he's kind of convinced him that he can get kills off of that.
All right, we're seeing Rima definitely just take this lead and try to go ahead and not only just take a step but run a mile at this point, because he's doing an excellent job just tossing these projectiles, keeping the spacing. He's winning the war of attrition by percent, and definitely Izaw is not having a very fun time. He has to find an opportunity to get off the ledge. He finally finds an opening, but that boomerang coming back from Link in the nick of time. But now Izaw has the stage control, trying to get an edge guard, but that forward air going to take away a lot of that. Rima now holding on the stage. Sedge, I want to know, what is Izaw thinking right now?
I think he's thinking probably one of those big veins of his existence at this very moment is that just that stupid boomerang coming from T.Link. Every time I'm seeing him, every time he tries to get in close quarters, try and get that grab, try to get a jab out or anything, the boomerang just comes back. It's not like the Gale boomerang where the hitbox goes away after it comes backwards.
Exactly.
Where it just does the win box. Link's boomerang or T.Link's boomerang will come back and hit you, and that's completely throwing off Izaw. He can't even get close to Rima without getting whacked in the back of his head.
Speaking of whacked in the back of the head, forward air, my God, such power. But at that range and at that percent, you know what? That character's going to be deleted at that point. Now Rima able to walk away with a little more percent. Any hit from here? Oh no!
Yeah, that's something you can do as Link. You can do the initial parts of the spin attack and then catch them in combo a little bit, or in a little bit of hit stun, and then as soon as you grab the ledge, just fall down and do something. And he was able to catch that on a no tech. You can see T sometimes he'll do that, or he'll do the spin attack, but then he'll wait and then go for a jump down air.
Right.
And it'll catch people on a spike instead on a 2-frame.
All right, now we're coming back to an even percent. Izaw definitely loves how the situation has turned out around for him now. He definitely looking to try to get a jab. Jab is a pretty smart move to actually throw out because it actually gets your opponent away from you with a third hit coming out. But Izaw now still on the cusp of being on the bad end. He's found some stage control here all to himself. Nice back air, gets that turnaround jab, tries to go for a nice boomerang, doesn't get anything, but he's holding on to as much advantage as much as possible. The tug of war has changed to be in Izaw's favor now.
Yeah, it looks like that Rima was able to maneuver around them just using T.Link's superior movement, and we're seeing it right now. That, you know, there's like big Link catching the little Link like cat and mouse right now. But just from trades and just from a couple of extensions, like I said, Link hits like a truck, down throw into the up air, gets the air dodge read.
Nice. One of those things about the up air, it has a very long-lasting hitbox. It could definitely beat out air dodge various amounts of times, so you have to be careful when your opponent actually is able to throw that up air at you.
I got hit by the bomb, throwing out many projectiles. I like that he had the boomerang go upward and then threw the bomb upward, just so that both sides of the platform were occupied, and then he would have forced him to go down, and maybe he could have caught his landing with something. But he's not taking the bait, just stays on the platform and finds a safer way back onto the stage.
As he should. I mean, look at that percent here. Pretty much even game, any man's game to win right now. But definitely Rima holding onto the cards. It's a stage. He has a stage to himself. Izaw looking for a possible forward to actually catch him. He tries to go for a back air, and unfortunately for Rima, he opened up at the wrong time.
Woo! Oh man, that up tilt, I thought that up tilt was like an up smash from T.Link or something, and he went flying, but it was his opponent actually, so this is a very clutch, very clutch play.
Very clutch.
He hadn't pulled that up tilt in the boxing situation until then. He was letting Rima roll behind him, get up tilt and into his up airs, but then Izaw said, "Nah, I'm up tilting you this time."
Yeah, it's like we talked about earlier, you know, in the set. It is that battle between who gets the opponent to open up that shield, popping the bubble. And the bomb is definitely one of those tools for T.Link and even Link to force an opponent to pop the bubble. And in that play, we definitely saw Izaw try to take the better of it. He definitely gave, looked like to me that he gave Rima the GameStop trade.
Yep.
But we're now going on to Game 3. Things have changed for both of these players. A bit of a download already. Tell me, Sedge, what are we going to see more from both of these players, especially coming out into this Game 3?
Well, we're on FD, so we're going to see a lot more of the projectile play. We're not going to have platforms to navigate around them as well. So you're going to see, like, a lot of the times if you shield the bomb and it's just lying on the floor, I feel like these players are just going to respect it, because if it forces them into the air to jump over it, I don't think they're going to want to commit that hard to it. Well, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I think... well, Vance, what do you think? How many projectiles do you think have been thrown in this game?
I don't know, man. I have to ask the count for Sesame Street. How many bats did we get? How many projectiles are we seeing now? Because because they're coming out of a big amount of mileage here. But now, right now, Rima has control of the bottom of the stage. He's definitely keeping this juggle going, and he tosses the boomerang for good measure, letting Izaw know, you know what, you got to be careful when this thing comes back. It has stopped you once, it can still stop you again.
This is really unfortunate from Izaw. He's being caught up in these cross-up moments from Rima, and he doesn't know what to do. I mean, Link doesn't really have too many good out-of-shield options to cover behind him.
Right.
So Rima is just able to go ahead, get up tilts, get up airs, and just continue those juggles. And that's what he needs right now. And using his superior movement too, just able to navigate around him so easily. It's really big for Rima in this matchup.
And it's kind of interesting too because a couple, like, you know, I don't have my own personal tier list, and I know tier lists get tossed around, but a lot of people do put T.Link a little bit above Link because of his superior movement. He's able to get in and out of zones and also zone himself. All right, Izaw looking for a possible opportunity to take the stock. He does have rage. That was close call for Izaw right there. Rima looking to set up that back air.
Yeah, he wanted Izaw wanted the Bear 1 into some kind of like forward tilt or something at the ledge. Didn't quite work out there. Rima was just able to navigate around that. And he still got him at a high percent. Bomb confirmed into forward air, bread and butter.
I'm telling you, man, that bread and butter toast in the morning is delicious, and it definitely helps you get the stock first.
There it is. Bear 1 into up smash. So he was still looking for it, and he was able to find a different conversion, which I like.
Yeah. You always got to look at openings, and you always have to go through that mental textbook you have. What are my kill options? At what percent? At what opportunities? And Izaw, of course, being a creator who has written many books about how to play certain characters through his YouTube channel, definitely knew the right call for that situation. But now Rima definitely has 0% onto his name. He's definitely taking the lead this time around right now.
That was a really big corner carry from that combo, and just able to extend that into a little bit more damage as he tried to return back to neutral. But yeah, I want to talk about that Bear 1 a little bit. Sometimes it can get a little bit obvious, and Link's trying to go for it, like right there, he just went for it again.
Indeed.
But I feel like he took advantage of that round start moment to be able to secure that stock. But it looks like Rima, another bomb confirmed into the fair. This is not looking good for our European hero here.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, though. We also saw the boomerang still come and play again. He's like a hip. Oh, ouch.
That's unfortunate. That's just Link can't land.
Yeah.
And you have a bomb with an explosion hitbox, and that's just stopping you from touching the ground. That just sucks for a character like Link.
Not looking good for my for the Link army here.
Yeah. Like, where is he gonna go? He has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
If he had maybe Rivali's Gale or something, he'd be fine. But he didn't.
I'm so happy he didn't get Rivali's Gale in Smash Ultimate. I would have been scared, dude. That's like Link's that's Pit's recovery.
Yeah, I would have been kind of mad. Or I'm kind of mad that it's not actually. They took the time to make him hero Link and everything, and then they don't put in the Rivali's Gale. Like, at least on the spin attack, have like a little blue like tornado.
I thought it would have been it would be the Urbosa's Fury.
Oh,
the thunder.
Oh yeah.
Oh
or something.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen.